communities made from an array of materials. This mixture, which could have functioned as wall, object, and skin decoration or skin protection, acting in a similar way to modern day sunscreen, indicates the early developments that occurred in the people who originally used the site. Judging from the complexity of the material that has been collected from different parts of landscape and brought to the site, the people must have had an elementary knowledge of chemistry to be able to combine these materials to produce this form. It's not a straightforward process, said Henschel. I can't stop the loneliness. Okay, discovery of ancient objects. Tata, Mama. Top it top, laptop, laptop, laptop. Okay, the oldest oak processing toolkits unearthed, indicating that as far as back as 100,000 years ago, humans had an understanding of chemistry. The African Bloom's cave lies within a limestone cliff on the southern Cape Coast. Beads, bone tools, and ochre engravings. Straightforward. Okay. lifestyle. Beat. Engravings. Abalone. Indigenous. 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 Array. Indicate. Scanning involves searching a text quickly for a specific piece of information. Practice scanning the passage for the words, numbers in the box. 75. 75,000 here. It's known for its 75,000 years old rich deposits. 100 here. Here. 200,000 here. That's all. Artifacts. Artifacts. Walker. Walker. Okay. Using words from the passage. words from the passage. There are several types of questions that ask you to write a word or a number from the passage. You will be told the maximum number of words to write. You must only write words that are in the passage. Make sure you copy the spelling correctly. You do not need to change the words in the passage, and you do not need to join the words together. If you write too many words or make a spelling mistake, your answer will be marked wrong. If the question asks you to write two words and or a number, this means the answer may be one word plus a number, two words plus a number. Remember that even if a number is written as a word, it counts as a number. 25 trees, one word and a number. You do not need to write full sentence or join words together. For example, answer the question with no more than two words from the reading passage. What two colors did the painter use? Black, white. Not black and white. Okay, short answer questions and sentence completion. Short answer questions test your ability to find specific details in a passage. Use the words in the questions to help locate the relevant part of the passage. Find out exactly what details you are looking for. Help locate the relevant part of the passage. Find out exactly what details you're looking for. In questions 1 to 3 below, the keywords that you need to locate in the passage are in bold, and the details you need to find out are underlined. Use these words to help you locate the relevant parts of the text and then answer the questions. Which of the artifacts mentioned are the oldest? The oldest. When was the material Hatchel found originally made? 100,000 years ago. What two common materials did ancient humans use to obtain their ochre? Two common materials. term used to describe a piece of earth or rock containing a red or blue oxide. Earth and rock. Scanning involves searching a text quickly for a specific piece. Okay. Look at the remaining questions 4 to 6. Underline the words that will help you locate the information in the passage and highlight the details you need to find. The answer the questions. What did the ancient people use to keep their ochre mixture in? Answer the questions. Ancient people used to keep their ochre mixture. Nowadays, apart from painting, what else knowledge? I have used ochre for. So here and has reported the discovery of a mixture rich in ochre stored into abalone shells. Who makes use of ochre? Okay, indigenous communities. Nowadays, who makes use of ochre? Humans from apart from painting, what else might ancient use ochre for? Skin protection. Okay. Nodes, flowchart, diagram, complexion. The question in 3.1 all focus on phrases. Paraphrase. Paraphrase is the use of different words with the same meaning. This helps to test how much of the reading passage you understand. Look at the question 4 to 6. For question 4, which words in the passage mean the same as keep in? Keep in. Stored in. For question 5, which word in the passage help you to identify what happens nowadays? Modern. Modern. For question, which words passage mean the same as used for? Functioned as. Okay. Sentence completion. Questions also test your ability to find specific details or information in this passage. You must fill in the gaps in the sentence with appropriate words from the passage. The sentences will paraphrase the words and ideas. They also contain details that help you find the part you need to read in detail. Spend 30 seconds skim reading the next part of the reading passage to get the general meaning. The Blombos cave discovered. Okay. 30 seconds. The Blombos cave discovered in the earliest known example of a pigment or a painted production workshop. Most of the materials were discovered at the same time and included an array of materials including samples of bones and clothing. Some shapes, cores, grains, and liquid grain transfer to jellies for being ready for application. Okay, what the fuck, bro? Am I such a dumb? The Blombos cave discovery is the earliest known example of a pigment or paint producing workshop. All of the materials were discovered at the same site and they included an array of raw materials including samples of bones and charcoal, as well as pigment producing equipment such as grindstones and hammerstones. Judging by the equipment, which showed signs of wear, Henselwood and his team were able to deduce the process used to produce the ochre mixture. First pieces of ochre were rubbed on quartzite slabs and crushed to produce a red powder. This was combined with ground up mammal bone that traces always show a sign that it was heated before being ground. The ochre powder and the bone pieces were mixed with uh, charcoal, stone chips, quartz grains, and a liquid, perhaps water. And what is transferred to balloon shells to be gently stirred before being ready for application. Look at the sentence completion task below. Find words in the passage in 3.2 that are paraphrases of the underlying words. The two ingredients used to make paint found in the key were pigment, bone, charcoal. Ingredients. Equipment used to make the paint. Produce pigment, paint pigment. Okay, scientists used the something on the equipment to help work out how the paint was made. Oh, Marshall and his team work out how. Okay. Carefully read the text before and after the words. You have found that complete questions 1 to 3. چطور؟ Charcoal. And they were found in the cave are greenstones and hammerstones. Greenstones and hammerstones. Science used the produce science of weird. Okay. Study the flowchart and note completion tasks. A flowchart is a diagram that shows the sequence of events in a process. In flowchart completion questions, the information may not be presented in the same order as in this passage. Bro. Ooh. Okay, and now something colorful that is created by rubbing ochre against quartzite. One word only from the passage for each answer. How pigment was made in ancient times. A colorful was created by rubbing the ochre against pieces of quartzite. Piece. Colorful was created. Colorful powder. Animal bones were and then crushed and added to the ochre. Combine. Combine. The bones and ochre were mixed with other solids. And the researchers believe was then added. The mixture of poured into into shells. The final mixture was ready to use for either or as an early type of what? The final mixture was ready to use for either site. Either side. Decoration. Where is that decoration? Okay, decoration or skin protection indicate the early developments current people of already used site. Decoration, sunscreen. Decoration and sunscreen. Sunscreen. Carefully read the passage. Look at the two reading passages in one. Which word or idea are Paraphrases of the underlying words in the flow chart. Highlight the part you need to read in detail. Colorful. Skin. Heated. Okay. Not completion. Tests are similar to flowchart completion, but maybe cover a large part of the reading passage. Again, the information may not be presented in the same order as the information in the passage. Use the headings in the notes to help you find the information in the passage. Study the note completion task below for questions 1 to 7. Decide what type of information you need to find. Specific year of the date when digging began. Okay, one more than one, no more than one word, and all a number from the passage. And the date digging began. Okay, previous ancient objects found in Syria. Okay, the places where ancient objects were found. Recent findings: a mixture containing a substance called or. Okay, something to get a color, like some kind of material. Okay. A range of additional, including animal bones and charcoal. Additional mixture, additional, additional. Industry. Recently bone. In prehistory times, humans knew basic activity, kind of. Yep. Now, read the passage in one. hidden nodes. Use the same technique you have learned from previous exercises. Diagram completion task. In labeling a diagram task, you will see a diagram and the description of a process. You need to carefully read the part of the passage and describe the process and complete the diagram with words from the passage. No more than one word. Water, liquid, electricity, heated, heating system, oh, it's candy shell, banana, heats, I'm going to appreciate. 1992. 1992 olsa B students. Before were found active. Çünkü şu şutte. A mixture containing a substance called substance. Red. offer a range of additional grow a range of additional materials. Then, in prehistory times, humans knew basic chemistry. Chemistry, yeah. Nazaré. Okay, most guitar power. Plants rely on a dam. That holds back water, creating a large reservoir behind it often. This reservoir is used as a recreational lake and is also known as the intake gates on the dam. Opening gravity pulls the water through the penstock. Penstock. A line of pipe that leads to the turbine. Water builds up pressure as it flows through this pipe. The water strikes and turns the large blades of turbines, which is attached to the generator by way of the shaft. As the turbine blades turn, so do a series of magnets inside the generator, producing alternative current AC by moving electricians. The transformer located inside the powerhouse takes the AC and converts to a higher voltage current. Reservoir of water containing turbine. Penstock. Penstock. Transformer. Where is it? Transformer. Powerhouse. Turbine. Blaze. By way of a shaft. Intake. Okay. Powerhouse. Shaft penstock. Shaft diyemem oraya kızım. Ask questions 1 to 5 on the diagram. I answer it. Replace the underlined words below with appropriate paraphrases from the text. The dam helps contain holds back. The water and produce a reservoir. The water moves pulls the water through. A pop and increase in pressure. Flows. The water rotates the blades. Strikes and turns. It is connected to a generator. Attached. The transformer changed the AC. Current into a more powerful. Converts. Holds back creates holds back flows builds up, flows, moves, flows. Flow. نما yine otura buldum. Increases and builds up. Turns attached. Turns. Transform a change the AC current into a more powerful one. Change the current into converts to okay. Now let's write out from here. Okay, hard 5 beats. Deduce. answer task below for question 1 to 6. Decide what type of information you need to find and now something colorful. Okay. Test tip. If you're asked to choose one word only from the passage, make sure you do not add extra information such as adjectives or verbs. Bone tools and balloon shells. Gently stir it or articles that occur. If you write more than one word, your answer will be marked as wrong. Shift. 어렵죠, 지금. Shift. Penstock. Powerhouse. Okay. We're finished here. Here also. Here. So now look at this. Thursday completed. Choose a topic and write around 100 words. Shadowing. Choose add. Choose a topic and write 100 words minimum. Okay. So what was that? I forgot. Akio? 記事ノートブックインで進めので Exactly true. So you give me no reason. Give me a topic. For around wars. Just to write. study in a company. Small company. To study with others. To study with. To study in a group. First, of all, every single person every person has its own nature. Like someone is introvert, another is extrovert.
Efter.
نمونه
وتشافت شو قلت لك وقولي فان زينتين
عاده notebook'in oldu tuttu.
Vay. Şey 2'ye olsa.
Every person has bo'ladimi?
Every bular hech ishlatadilar.
Now I'm not saying someone is introvert and other is extrovert. You give me that.
Some are introvert.
Someone is extrovert and introverts don't introverts prefer to study alone. Because they don't like being in a group, being in a company. Being group. passive and they talk less than extroverts. I am ambivert. It means that sometimes I am, sometimes I'm introvert. So I'm extrovert. So all the time, but all the time introvert. And it means that I like that I like studying in both shifts. In both because I have lots of friends, but they live too far from my house. And that's why I couldn't, I could not, that's why I cannot study with every time. A lot of friends. A lot of friends. Lots of friends. But they live too far from my house, and that's why I cannot study with them every time. But when it's but when we study at school, I always have at least one companion myself. do not care. It's girl or boy. Just want to study them. Just as well. In conclusion, nice work. This it's better than studying alone is better than studying in a group. Everyone has a different personality. Someone is introvert or extrovert. Some people are introverts while others at the time. Okay. All the time. At all the time. For all the times. And so I do not mind. I do not mind whether it's a boy or a girl. I simply enjoy studying with other people. Missing comma. While I'm an ambivert. So that's I'm extroverted about times for being alone. extending this. Therefore, I cannot say them very often. So I cannot. Unnecessary. Okay. Let me check. Don't use light to introduce. Okay. Okay. Shadowing, choose it to analyze. Analyze. Okay. Now it's time to do shadowing. British shadowing practice. From movies. From movies.
مقامات تليفوني.
ها؟
تليفوني مقامات ديما.
كم؟ المغرب. أو.
That's
شو كيف بس الناس
excuse me.
Harry Potter.
Merlin's beard, Harry. Sorry, sir.
Brilliant.
I should have announced myself. Cleared my throat. Coughed. You probably feared I was Professor Sprout.
Yes, I did actually. What makes you think?
Oh, well, just the general behaviour, sir. The sneaking around, the jumping when you saw me. Are those tentacular leaves, sir? They're very valuable, aren't they?
10 galleons a leaf to the right buyer. Not that I'm familiar with any such back alley transactions, but one does hear rumours. My own interests are purely academic, of course.
These boys have flouted the decree for the restriction of underage wizardry. As such,
I am well aware of our bylaws, Severus, having written quite a few of them myself. However, as head of Gryffindor House, it is for Professor McGonagall to determine the...
It's not much, but it's home.
I think it's brilliant.
see you, dear. Bed's empty, no note, car gone. You could have died. You could have been seen. Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear.
They were starving him, Mum. There were bars on his window.
Well, you best hope I don't put bars on your window, Ronald Weasley. Come on, Harry. Time for a spot of breakfast. Here we are, Harry. Now, tuck in. That's it. There we go.
Mummy, have you seen my jumper?
Yes, dear, it was on the cat.
Hello.
What did I do? Ginny, she's been talking about your summer. Bit annoying, really.
Listen again with subtitles and try to identify the stress words.
It's not much,
There's not much. There's not much. There's not much.
but it's home.
But it's home. But it's home. There's not much. But it's home.
I think it's brilliant.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been?
Harry, how wonderful to see you, dear.
Harry, how wonderful to see you, dear. Harry, how wonderful to see you, dear. Harry, how wonderful to see you, dear.
Bed's empty, no note.
Bed's empty, no note. Bed's empty, no note.
Car gone. You could have died.
Car gone, you could have died. Car gone, you could have died.
You could have been seen.
You could have been seen. You could have been seen.
Of course, I don't blame you, Harry.
Of course, I don't blame you, Harry. Dear.
Dear.
They were starving him, Mum.
They were starving him, Mom. They were starving him, Mom.
Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear.
They were starving him, Mum.
They were starving him, Mom. 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 Starving.
There were bars on his window.
Harry, dear.
They were starving him, Mum. There were bars.
There were bars on his window. There were bars on his window.
Bars on his window.
Well, you best
Well, you best hope I don't put bars on your window.
hope I don't put bars on your window, Ronald.
Put. I don't put bars.
There were bars on his
your window.
window.
Well, you best hope I don't put your. Well, you best hope I don't put bars on your window.
Best hope I don't put bars on your window, Ronald Weasley.
On your window.
Come on, Harry.
Come on, Harry. Time for a spot of breakfast.
Time for a spot of breakfast.
Time for a spot of breakfast. Time for a spot of breakfast. Time for a spot of breakfast. Time for a spot of breakfast.
Here we are, Harry.
Here we are, Harry. Here we
Tuck
are,
in.
Harry. Now tuck in. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
There we go.
There we go.
Mummy, have you seen my jumper?
Have you seen my jumper? Have you seen my jumper?
Yes, dear, it was on the cat.
It was on the cat. It was on the cat. It was on the cat.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
What did I do?
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
What did I do?
What did I do? What did I do? Jenny, what did I do? What did I do, Jenny?
Ginny, she's been talking about your
She's been talking about you all summer.
summer.
She's been talking about you all summer.
Bit annoying, really.
Bit annoying, really. Bit annoying, really.
Now it's your turn. Repeat after each sentence and put the stress on the yellow words.
It's not much,
It's not much,
but it's home.
but it's home. It's not much, but it's home. It's not much, but it's home.
I think it's brilliant.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? Been. Where have you been?
How wonderful to see you, dear.
Harry, how wonderful to see you, dear. How wonderful to see
Bed's
you, dear.
empty, no note, car gone.
Bed's empty, no note, car gone.
You could have died. You could have been seen.
You could have died. You could have seen.
Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear.
Of course, I don't blame you, Harry, dear.
They were starving him, Mum. There were bars on his window.
They were starving him, Mom. There were bars on his window.
Well, you best hope I don't put bars on your window, Ronald Weasley.
Well, you best hope I don't put bars on your window, Ronald Weasley.
Come on, Harry. Time for a spot of breakfast.
Come on, Harry. Time for a spot of breakfast.
Here we are, Harry. Now tuck in. That's it.
Here we are, there. Here we are, Harry. Now tuck it. That's it.
There we go.
Mummy, have you seen my jumper?
Mommy, have you seen my jumper? Jumper. Have you seen my jumper?
Yes, dear, it was on the cat.
Yes, dear, it was on the cat. Yes, dear, it was on the cat.
Hello.
Hello.
What did I do?
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Ginny,
What did I do?
she's been talking about your summer. Bit annoying, really.
Jenny, she's been talking about you all summer. Bit annoying, really. Really.
Don't stop now. Click on the next video to take your English even closer to fluency.
Well, how do you feel?
Excellent. Really excellent.
Remember, Slughorn usually eats early, takes a walk, and then returns to his office.
Right. I'm going down to Hagrid's.
What? No, Harry, you've got to go and speak to Slughorn. We have a plan.
I know, but I've got a really good feeling about Hagrid's. I feel it's the place to be tonight. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Or Felix does.
Listen again with subtitles and try to identify the stress words.
Well, how do you feel?
How do you feel?
Excellent.
How do you feel? How do you
Really
feel?
excellent.
How do you feel? Excellent.
Remember,
Really excellent.
Slughorn usually eats early, takes a
I don't
walk,
usually eat early.
and then returns to his office.
Right.
Returns to his office.
I'm going down to Hagrid's.
No, Harry, you've got to go and speak to Slughorn.
What?
We have a plan.
I know, but I've got a really good feeling about Hagrid's. I feel it's the place to be tonight. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Or Felix does.
Now it's your turn. Repeat after each sentence and put the stress on the yellow words.
Well, how do you feel?
Well, how do you feel? Phil.
Excellent. Really excellent.
Excellent. Really excellent.
Remember, Slughorn usually eats early, takes a walk, and then returns to his office.
Remember, Slughorn usually eats early, takes a walk, and then returns to his office.
Right.
Right.
I'm going down to Hagrid's.
Right. I'm going down to Hagrid.
No, Harry, you've got to go and speak to Slughorn.
No, hurry, you've got to go and speak to Slughorn.
We have a plan.
We have a plan. We have a
I know,
plan.
but I've got a really good feeling about Hagrid.
I know, but I got a really good feeling about Hagrid.
I feel it's the place to be tonight. Do you know what I mean?
I feel it's the place to be tonight. Do you know what I mean?
No.
But trust me, I know what I'm doing. Or Felix does.
No, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. Or Felix does. What I'm doing.
Don't stop now. Click on the next video
Tuesday.
to take your English
Tuesday.
even closer.
Tuesday. Okay. So it's 1:47. And now what's next? Okay. Minus. All speaking Sahara Academy. Okay, here we go. It speaks really good, you know. It's Tuesday, man. So, what am I? So. I'll learn some words. So, first I'll repeat. Show answer. First wait. Okay. Saturate. Shimapkitmaq, singmaq. Okay. Expenditure. صرف خراجات شقم. Assets كسلته. بحال assess. Pucker. Buruşmaq. Read again. Soluble. Former. أول برونجي. Outline. اشقار. Outline. Path, grass, hurry, garage, water, schedule, mobile, privacy, garage, either, tomato, vitamin. British English is non-rhotic, meaning you do not pronounce the R at the end of a word, unless a vowel follows it. For example, car sound like car, and better, crisp Ts. Crisp T's. Unlike American English, where a T in the middle of a word can sound like a D. Water sound like water. British accents keep the T crisp. Glottal stops in regional accents like Cockney strong T as T's in the middle or end of words like butter, bottle, butter are often replaced by a glottal stop. Glottal stop. A tiny pause or catch in the throat, as if skipping the letter entirely. Butter, ball, bottle, 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 bottle. Sound. The short ah in words like bath, dance, and can't is elongated into a broader sound. Bath, dance, can't. O, hut, pot, and dog are pronounced with a short rounded O, similar to the American O. Dog, hut, pot. Avoid a flat R. The schwa unstressed syllables at the end of words often turn into a relaxed R sound. For example, driver, driver, driver. Rhythm, 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 pitch, and tone. Pitch change. British English is very melodious. The pitch of your voice tends to rise and fall more dramatically in a single sentence compared to the flatter, more monotone delivery of general American. Jaw and mouth placement. British speech is often articulated further back in the mouth, accompanied by a more rounded lip shape and slightly dropped jaw. British accent. So, pitch change. British English is very melodious. The pitch of your voice tends to rise and fall more dramatically in a single sentence compared to the flatter, more monotone delivery of general American. So, what should I do? British. Outline, 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 outline. Outline, outline, outline. If you wanna be great, you're about to motherfucker ever. Outline, 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 outline. Malum bermo. Buruştura again. Astringent, 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 astringent. Buruşmak, buruşmak. Pucker, 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 pucker. Havage. Former, former, former. Şkorli. Alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. Hamkasb şerik, mansabdaş. Counterpart, counterpart, counterpart. Koskulav olma. Supervise, 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 supervise. Astringent, astringent, stringent bruxtradian شنكتماق saturate شماق تايلو تبشر وظيفة assignment supervise كسلا بالماق يول حقه fair صرف خرجات شقم expenditure fair يول حقه counterpart küçük harf lowercase assignment تعالوا تبشر وظيفة بركترماخ attach contrast farqlamoq so'rashtirmoq so'rovnoma ko'rib chiqmoq survey oh boss survey evaluate Take easily. Okay. Baholamoq, o'rganib chiqmoq. Evaluate. So'rovnoma. Ko'rishmoq. Survey. Attach. Biriktirmoq istaman. Lowercase, kichkina harf. Neatly. Ozod holda. Salamjon. Neatly. Bir-biriga mos kelish. Coherence. Evaluate. Baholamoq. Altitude. Balandlik. Coherence. Bir-biriga mos kelish. To'ldirilgan, uyum qilingan. Stacked. Ozod holda. Neatly. Contrast. Prior to. Gacha. This. Cope. This. Frequently. Ifade. Izhor ifodalash. Expression. Forecast. Bashorat. Gacha prior to. Stacked. Abbreviation. Qisqartirilgan. Incorporate. O'z ichiga olmoq, qo'shmoq. Minor. Jiddiy bo'lmagan, katta bo'lmagan, muhim bo'lmagan. Minor. Abbreviation. Expand. Hajm ortmoq. Bashorat. Forecast. Minor. Jiddiy bo'lmagan, katta bo'lmagan, muhim bo'lmagan. Minor. Juda ulkan, katta. West. O'z ichiga olmoq. Incorporate. Frequently. This is. Iborat. Consist. West. Juda ulkan. Consist. Iborat. Expression ifade. Saturate. Expenditure. Sarxarajat. Soluble. Pucker. Burishtirmoq. Immediate family. Father, mother, brother, sister, children, or husband or wife. Farqi bormoq. Distinguish. Immediate family. Mol mulk buyum. Property. Extended family. Relatives outside your immediate family. Oh, okay. Extended family. Distant relative. A relative who is not closely related to you, or someone in your family whom you don't know well or rarely see. Humble. Kamtar. Distant relative. Brushmoq. Pucker. Authentic. Haqiqiy. Loving family or close-knit family. Loving family, one where family members love, care for, and support each other. a close-knit family. One where family members are very close to each other and spend a lot of time together. Shqorli. Alkaline, loving family, a close-knit family. Added. Okay, one where family members love, care for, and support each other. One where family members are very close to each other and support and spend a lot of time together. همکسچری counterpart survey supervise برشترادیگان astringent saturate outline معلومات برام düşünce برام extract اجت والله carefree childhood astringent boarding school boarding school a childhood without many worries, responsibilities or stress. Carefree childhood carefree childhood küçük harf lowercase lowercase case تعالوا تبشر وظيفة assignment صدر مواعيد occur dysfunctional family a family in which relationships are unhealthy or do not work very well. Dysfunctional family a family in which relationships are unhealthy or do not work very well. Dysfunctional family. Supervise کوسکولا bulma سرخارجت çıkan expenditure fair footnote troubled childhood a childhood marked by difficulties, problems or hardships. Troubled survey enrollment enroll a childhood marked by difficulties, problems or hardships. Troubled family assignment bitter divorce a very hustle, angry and conflict-filled divorce. Titter izah caption a very hustle, angry and conflict-filled divorce. Bitter divorce Asset messy divorce a divorce that is complicated, stressful and full of problems. Messy a divorce that is complicated, stressful. Okay, that's messy divorce. Enroll asset boarding school asset soluble divorce settlement final legal agreement that decides what happens after a divorce. Divorce settlement. Divorce settlement. Final legal agreement that decides what happens after a divorce. Divorce settlement. Assignment, outline. Broken home. A family in which the parents are no longer together. Distinguish. A family in which the parents are no longer together. Broken family, broken home. Neatly. Custody of the children. The legal rights and responsibility to care for and make decisions for their children after their parents separate or divorce. Evaluate. Stacked. Extract, the legal right and responsibility to care for and make decisions for the children after their parents separate or divorce. Custody of the children. Coherence. Survey. Forecast. Caption. Grant joint custody. To officially give both parents shared legal responsibility for their children or child. To officially give both parents shared legal responsibility. Grant joint custody. Attitude. Expression. Evaluate. Abbreviation. Sole custody. Only one parent has the primary legal right and responsibility to care for the child. Sole custody. Footnote. Only one parent has a primary legal right and responsibility to care for the child. Sole custody. Incorporate. Bluntly. Altitude. Just as frequently. Awards. Sole custody. To officially decide that only one parent will have sole custody of the child. To officially decide that only one parent will have sole custody of the child. Award sole custody. Forecast. Expand. Attitude. On good terms with each other, meaning to have a polite relationship without conflicts. Minor. Ciddi bo'lmagan, katta bo'lmagan, muhim bo'lmagan. Minor. Iborat. Consist. Property. Immediate family. Expand. Minor. Ciddi bo'lmagan, katta bo'lmagan. West. Meaning to have a polite relationship without conflicts. On good terms with each other. Have an abortion. Assess. Property. Extended family. To end have an abortion. Have an abortion. Humble. Give the baby up for adoption. Give the baby up for adoption. Occurs other one. Due date. The expected date when a baby is likely to be born. HPP. Authentic. Authentic.